Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 16th of March, 2019. We're going to reflect on Matthew chapter 5, 43 to 48. Listen. You have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you, so that you may be children of your Father in heaven. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the righteous and on the unrighteous. For if you love those who love you, what reward do you have? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? And if you greet only your brothers and sisters, what more are you doing than others? Do not even the Gentiles do the same? Be perfect, therefore, as your heavenly Father is perfect. The Gospel of the Lord. One of the things I tell my students who are learning how to make disciples, and nearly 400 got added to that number last week, is that we need to do two things whenever we tell people what to do. One, tell them why. Two, tell them how. People will be more inclined to do something if they have an understanding of why they have to do something and how they can go about doing it. So when Jesus tells us to love our enemies, the first question is, why? The main reason is to be like Jesus. For Christians, being like Jesus should be a prime motivator. If it isn't, then we need to reconsider our faith. Now, Jesus didn't die only for his friends. He died for his enemies so that they could become his friends. It might take us a while to be willing to die for our enemies, but we can start by loving them, yes? Another reason is because we will be blessed for it. Jesus said, blessed are you when people revile you and persecute you and utter all kinds of evil against you falsely on my account. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is great in heaven, for in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. When we're loving towards our enemies, the world also will be blessed, and that's a third reason. Aren't you tired of the hatred and violence around us? We can end it by returning hatred with love. And now we come to the how. How do we love our enemies? We can start by not reacting to their provocations. Just be quiet, even though I know this is hard to do. Tell yourself that because they're acting like idiots, you don't need to act like one too. Then pray for them. In today's gospel, Jesus tells us to pray for those who persecute us. Pray that God touches their hearts and opens them to his love. And when you do all of this, then God will soften your heart even more to allow you to start wishing them well, and then to show your love by actually doing good to them. And everything will start to change. Try it and see. God bless you.